Hello in TV land, it's your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. How are you all doing on this fine and glorious and wonderfully gloomy Tuesday afternoon? I mean, I know I said yesterday was gloomy, but boy, today's even gloomier. It must be the extra humidity in the air. Now, I know Freelancer Joe has complained about humidity before, but cold and humid is perfectly fine by me. It's the hot and humid. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, and first off, I would like to apologize yesterday for those of you who watched yesterday's video. I'm sure that's at this point numbering in the millions. That I did not notice that my camera had froze. So you were subject to a static image of my admittedly masculine and deity-like visage stuck in one pose. Like, no doubt, like Michelangelo's David. It was, well, I suppose that I really shouldn't have to apologize for that, should I? You should be thanking me. But I know some of you prefer seeing the masterpiece in motion, so I will hopefully try and pay attention to that today. As you can see, that's what happens when I become so engrossed and focused on getting the job done. Not that I actually got the job done, but when I become engrossed in getting the job done, I don't necessarily pay attention to everything that I should be paying attention to. Or, is it really that important? Well, I owe it to you, my viewers, to be able to see, the leaf floating on the wind, as it were. But yeah, so while I'm sure you're no doubt rolling your eyes at that very, very hard, I can actually hear it from here, the eyes rolling. Let me go ahead and start setting things up. Yeah, so how y'all doing? Good and fine? I'm assuming for many people it's a day back after having the day off from Veterans Day being observed. Yep. My boss rolled into my office this morning because he didn't bother showing up yesterday because, he's the boss and he has that luxury because he can take off whenever he wants, and it's no issue for him. And after shooting the breeze, he offhandedly remarks to me, "Oh yeah, it looks like there's only going to be 3 to 4 inches of snow." I look at him, I'm like, 3 to 4 inches of snow? Here? He's like, yeah, I'm guessing you haven't been paying attention to the forecast. And I was like, no, I haven't. But yeah, looks like on Thursday we might be getting some snow. Ooh. I hadn't even considered it as a possibility. I mean, November qualifies, I suppose, as a winter month. Has it officially started winter? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I consider November to be in the winter months. No, I really don't start considering that until December, the possibility of snow. I do recall it happening before, though, so it's not unusual. Well, it's not. No, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not unusual. It's not. I mean, it's unusual enough, but it's not beyond the realm of possibility. Not beyond the expected realm of possibility, I guess, because it sort of could probably happen. That's possible, and then there's unexpected. That's, I guess, the probable. Wait, or is it the other way around? Probable, yeah. Okay, yeah. It's probable, or well, yeah. All right, whatever. English, me speak, good. But yeah, so I double checked, and yeah, well, the forecast said rain/snow, so that means very little. All right, let me start up the demo, and because that's what we were working on was the demo. UI-demo, no, CD projects UI /UI-demo, and npm start. Now, when it comes to snow, Freelancer Joe has the snow and work. Freelancer Joe has a rule, which he refers to as the 1-inch rule, which is If I can cobble together more than 1 inch of snow in the parking lot, I ain't going to work. Because all of this is too beautiful to risk. Not that I'm a terrible driver, but I recognize my limitations. One, and that I do not have extensive experience driving in the snow. And two, my vehicle is, well, it's an econo box, so it's not exactly, an outdoorsy type of vehicle, which is not the right word, because technically speaking, I imagine all cars are outdoor vehicles. It's not a not not particularly engineered for adverse road conditions, I should say. Okay, so calendar. Let's see. All right, let's bring up the console, because if I remember correctly, calendar still wasn't working. But that's only part of it. Okay, bring that up. The big part is actually other drivers, and I will get into that in just a little bit. Okay, so is this the error? No, that's a warning. That's fine. That's a warning. Interesting. Wait a minute. Why didn't I get... I should have gotten on error, shouldn't I? I don't remember using pinpoint provider, but alright. That's a warning. That's a warning. There we go. There we go. There's the error. Show snack bar is not defined. In index.js. Show snack bar. Show snack bar. Well, let's go ahead and search for that. Figure out where it's referenced. Snack bar. Sounds like an action. Oh, it's a function. Dispatch Redux action show snack bar. Okay, so I did not include the action show snack bar. Let's double check to make sure we have that action for. Okay, we do have the action. So it should just simply be 1, 2 show snack bar. Let's see if that comes up. I clicked on it. Oh. I saw another warning. Here we go. We saw snack bar keys is not defined. Snack bar keys, that sounds like I referenced that in reducers. Snack bar keys. Okay, yeah. It's still in here. Snack bar keys are okay. And how did I... Oh, I bet you it's right here. Snack bar keys, constants, AWS. Snack bar keys. Normally I would have actually just gone and opened up the other file where I cut and pasted from to double check, but my head's feeling a little woozy right now. That's the warning. That's the warning. Curious about that pinpoint provider. Must be an Amplify. AWS Amplify. Ugh. I need to go back and talk about that some more too. Alright, there we go. The snack bar appeared. And will it go away after 5 seconds? Well, it feels like a long time for 5 seconds, doesn't it? Well, at least it goes away. That's fine. Curious that it didn't time out though. Alright, let's try this again. Let's double check if we see another error or warning. And that's the error I was expecting. Oh, okay, there. So it did go away. Alright, maybe I just didn't give it enough time. Alright, so that's bueno. But that's still okay. So when the calendar view comes up, it tries to make the call to load the events. That's fine. But now, regardless of whether or not it worked, I need to wire up the calendar view to actually show said events. Now, I could also go work on the actual what gets called first, but since I'm in this current code base, we'll go ahead and deal with that first. So if we look at calendar view right now, we have this hard-coded events. So what I'm going to do in my AWS manager, instead of actually making this call, which I know is going to result in an error, what we're going to do is return the hard-coded value here. We're going to call it lit dummy events equal an array. Return premise resolve dummy events. And let's see. Okay. So this is what one of the events looks like. So we'll just say dummy events dot push. I mean, I could probably do this all in one line, but meh. Meet. All right. I won't bother formatting that just yet. Alright, so we call this all day event title long. We're going to just call it, we'll call this event 1. And this will be the event 1 desk. Naturally. Very creative. Thank you. And we shall go ahead and we'll add 2 more dummy events. Change the ID. 1, 2, 3, but of course we should probably also change the day said events occur. So let me see. Okay, so that was the previous month, so we'll go with we'll leave event 1 alone for previous month. So that means the event was in October. We will the 1st of October, okay. And this will be, we'll make this on the 2nd of November. Let's say from 8 to 1. And we'll go with the 20th. I just feel like that. Now, I am somewhat curious about whether or not how this date value is really going to work. 5 to 6, or 15 to 16. Because the date, you see right now the signature for the constructors taking a bunch of integers, but normally when it goes to dates, you pass in a millisecond value. So that'll be interesting whether or not I can just store a string in the database and it'll take it, or whether or not I'll have to do a conversion of some kind. Well, we'll deal with that later. Alright, so first off, let's just see if it even... So now we should not see an error. Let's see. Hopefully. We shouldn't see the error snack bar, I don't think. Oh, wait. The snack bar popped up. Updated results.calendar is undefined. Oh, okay, that's better. Updated results.calendar is undefined. Updated results.calendar. Calendar. Updated results. Okay, so that's the reducer. Okay, the reducer gets results. Right, and it gets results. Updated results.calendar. Action.results. So it's expecting. Okay. Alright. No, action.results. Wait, that doesn't seem right. Updated results should equal state.results. I think that's what it is. Control S. Let's see, how about that? Alright, and we don't see any errors. That's good. Now let's see if those events are actually within the application state. Bring this up. The calendar event lookup. I'm looking for updated state. There we go. What is the updated state? AWS. Results. Calendar has 3 items. Events has 3. Event 1, Event 2, Event 3. Alright, so now we need to get the events from the application state to display in the calendar. And that should be relatively straightforward, because I have already wired up my calendar view to take in that. Let's see what the state looks like. Ooh, I hope I didn't clear that. Did I clear that? Okay, no I didn't. So what is the state for calendar view? I don't log that? Really? Oh, it's smart enough to know it's not using it. Oh no, here it is, right? Calendar view, rendering. Okay, yeah, there's the state, and this is the properties. Let's see if calendar's there, and the 3 events for calendar's there. Okay, so it's already wired up to pull set events from the application state. Now we just need to put set events into the calendar itself. Let me clean up the formatting just a little bit. Oh yeah, so I was talking about snow and driving to work. So part of it's me, but the major part is other drivers. You see, whereas I operate under the 1-inch rule, I would say about 40% of the driving population should actually operate under the 1 snowflake rule. In which case, if there is more than 1 snowflake on the ground, they really shouldn't go out at all. In fact, I'm surprised they don't manage to kill themselves on their way walking to the car based on the way they drive. You know the ones I'm talking about. The ones that will slam on the brakes at everything and drive like 5 miles an hour. And will stop at like the stupidest places possible, like at the bottom of a hill. Or when they're like in a foot of snow, when they will have absolutely no traction and will get stuck, and then they start spinning out. So that's 40% of the population. And then another 40% are the ones who I'm surprised managed to pass the driving test at all. Those include people who have four-wheel drive vehicles who are oblivious to basic physics and mechanical engineering in general, and the knowledge that four-wheel driving only gives you traction to accelerate and not decelerate, and that once the coefficient of friction is broken, it don't matter what your all-wheel drive does or your four-wheel drive does. You're kind of boned. Well, not them normally, because they're usually in big vehicles, and then they just ram over other people, and the other people are boned. But everybody loses. And then there's the 20% of the population who would be perfectly fine. They could get to and from without any major incident. A little slower to be sure, but they get there just fine. You know, they take care. They travel at a safe speed. They do not unnecessarily change lanes, or they take sufficient care when they change lanes. For example, they will not do it when they're near other vehicles because of the risk of a spin out. They will only stop if absolutely necessary, so that they don't have to worry about losing traction and getting stuck, that sort of thing. But like I said, that only accounts for about like 20% of the population. And my guess is that 20% would probably be transplants to the area from other localities that have snow, and they are accustomed to it. Or at least they possess this little thing called common sense, which is not so common. But anyway, since they are a rarity, your boy Freelancer Joe has a 1-inch rule of snow. Alright. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have bothered formatting. No, I'm formatting that wrong too. This I can format fine. Although, actually, now I think about it, would pull that out to a style sheet anyway. I didn't need to format this. What I needed to do was, okay, calendar is in the properties, so we will take calendar from the properties, calendar, and events is actually just not going to be this hard-coded thing entirely. It's going to be calendar.events. Double check. I close it. Whatever. We'll run it. If it breaks, it breaks. Oh, yeah. But having said all of that, when it comes to snow, we're probably not going to get any snow. Or we'll get just enough to cause a ruckus, but not enough to actually... the ruckus, as in bad driving, the normal runs to the grocery store. It's been commented on to death before, but the whole bread, milk, and toilet paper thing, why people make a run on those... really weird. But it's not going to be enough to be that bad. Oh, we have event 1 on day 1. Where's event 2? Let's see if the dummy. Alright, the events are in December. There we go. Alright. Totally forgot about that. The particular syntax for this. Okay. For this particular date field. I remember this was really confusing me before. I'll comment this for now. This is also another reason why you probably want to go with the millisecond approach. You got year, month, the index of the month, and array indexes start at 0, and then we've got day and Yada, yada, yada. So, if I wanted this month, I'd actually want, I want 10. That's fine. And I'll make you 10 and 20. 20, 10, and 11 is actually going to be December, and we'll make you on the 2nd. So let's see how that goes. I should really savor this LaCroix as much as possible, considering, I mean, I've still got, I think I've got 24 more cans before I'm forced to dig into my alternate to see how they go. And there we go. Event 1, Event 2, and next month is going to have the one event on the 2nd. Awesome. So we have that all going. Let's go ahead and back things up. And I actually haven't been committing the code recently. ls clear get status it. I don't know why that G always has problems getting picked up. Git add src js constants AWS keys. Git add src external. You don't uitl. Really? I thought I added that. src just is. Okay, alright. So it added, okay. Git commit -am wiring. Git push. Should ask for my key. The push went. Let's double check with GitHub. It's GitHub, right? Yeah, GitHub. $7 a month. Not bad, not bad for GitHub. Demo, let's make sure that that's updated. 29 seconds ago. Yeah, it was. All right. So we are just about at the 30-minute mark, a little bit early, but I'll go ahead and wrap this up for now because there's not enough time to get into the next step, which is going to be starting work on the Lambda. So it's a natural breaking point right now anyway. So I'll break. Yay. And tomorrow we'll start with the Lambda. So cool words about liking and subscribing, commenting and suggesting. Thank you for joining me, taking the time to join me, taking the time to view this video. Although I'm sure you should also be thanking me because, well, you know. But I hope you join me tomorrow or, whenever. And that until the next time you do join me, that you take care and God bless.